Now that we have created a project and started logging hours for that project, let's take a look at how we can view some different reports and just get an idea of what's going on with this project. And that can be done by accessing the Team Timesheets section of the time tracking section here in Freshbooks. So I'm in time tracking and I click on Team Timesheets. Now I just want to let you know before I click on that, I added one more task that I completed for this project. In the last video, I added this task that was research, but I've now also added a task that was copyright so that we can have some multiple tasks to look at while we're reviewing this project. So if I click on the Team Timesheets section here in Freshbooks, what we have here is we have a way to look at what's going on with our team or a project, and we can kind of filter our results a little bit. So you'll see that, first of all, over here on the right, you get a summary of what's going on. So you can see how many hours your team members have worked for the current week and the current month. If you want to drill down a little deeper, you can go ahead and access the reports section, which we're going to talk about later on in this video series. From this screen, however, we can use these drop downs up here at the top to take a look at what's going on. So you'll see that our hours are recorded weekly over here on the right. So these 3 hours, these are the hours spent this entire week. The 5 hours are the amount of hours spent this entire week. And then if we look at each day, we can see the hours by day. Down here at the bottom, we have the total hours for the month of May. Okay, so that's just the general overview. Now let's say I only want to see the hours for a particular project. In this case, it's going to be the same because I'm only working on one project. But I could go up here to the project drop down and I could choose just Research Project 3. Now, like I said, this isn't going to change at all in this case because it's the only project we have. However, if I had multiple projects, and when we were looking at the general view before, which was just all projects, as soon as I select a specific one, the numbers are going to change and drill down to the specific project I'm looking at. Where we will see a difference is, let's say I want to see all the hours that were spent on Research Project 3, but not all of the tasks, just research. Watch how the numbers change when I select this. You'll notice that this task on Saturday now disappears because that was a copyright task, and we only want to see the research tasks. So we can see there was one research task on the 5th. It totaled up to a total of 5 hours for the week and 5 hours for the month. If I alternatively just wanted to view the amount of time spent on copyright tasks, I could click that, and you'll see that the research task disappears and the copyright task shows up. Now at the same time, let's say I don't care about looking at time spent by project or by task. I want to see all tasks and all projects, but I want to drill down by team member. So as of right now, we're looking at the whole team. So regardless of whether it's me or staff A that's recording these hours, we're going to see them recorded here. However, let's say staff A is a remote employee, and I'm a little concerned whether or not they're spending enough time on the project as they're supposed to be. So I could go up here to the team section, and you'll see right now it's selected the whole team, but I could drill down just to staff A, and then you'll notice on my calendar, I will realize that staff A hasn't worked at all this month. So maybe I got to give them a call and give them a little kick in the butt to get going. And then if I switch and look at just myself, Anson Alexander, we can see my 2 tasks that were billed for this month. Again, now that I have Anson Alexander selected, I could drill down farther. I could say I only want to see the hours logged for Anson Alexander while he was doing copyright work. I select that and it drills down to just the task that I did on Saturday, which was 3 hours worth of copyright. So there are a lot of different scenarios that you can view just by looking at this Team Timesheets section here in Freshbooks. You can drill down by project, by task, by team member, in any combination of those 3. So this is a really good way to see what's going on with your projects, with your clients. And as we looked at earlier in this video series, depending on how you set up your permissions for your client, if you gave them access to timesheets, your client could then log in and see how much time is being spent on their project. So this is a very useful feature, especially if you're a new organization or a young organization that has some contractors and staff members working for you and you want them to log your hours. You can do it right here, right within your financial system, and so that you can easily turn those into invoices, as I'm going to show you in the next video in the series.